Okay, so I want you to pay close attention to the last video. I'm going to bring up certain arguments. They are definitive arguments. And all of this is based on the irrefutable premise that God reveals himself to martial artists only, and through their spirit, which can be conveyed, and in a sense, it can be revealed to other people through that martial artist. Okay, he hones his senses specifically with righteous indignation, with no ill-gotten gains, and Pharaoh's son naturally is going to do the right thing. If he stumbles, it's because man has betrayed him. He is incapable of stumbling in a way that is his fault. Okay, so this also all goes back to all good, all knowing, all powerful. God is all good, all knowing, and all powerful. He has given us the wisdom to know that if there was a God that existed who wasn't all good, then we shouldn't serve him. Remember, there is no good without justice, right? Killing somebody who's doing something wrong, who deserves to die, is not an act of evil, but an act of justice. Designing a planet where young, quote unquote, innocent kids, right? Are they really innocent? Die is not an act of evil. It is an act of justice to forge the just order of the heavens. So again, this is all based on the irrefutable premise that the pinnacle of the natural ability to see is the true direction and the true way to serve God. If the top martial artist is authentic, he is going to, well, I'll just leave it there, okay? Mankind is lost. They're bitches, okay? Love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, all thy heart, all thy soul. How the fuck do you think you do that? Maybe we should listen to the biggest criminals. Maybe we should listen to some lukewarm pussy. You have to listen to the person that makes the most sense because he's honed his senses the most with righteous indignation, because God is the spirit of righteous indignation. If innocent people die, it is only because the spirit of righteous indignation is using them as an example. And if they are truly innocent and worthy, they go to heaven. There isn't anything that happens that isn't a form of God communicating to people what the true direction is, and after I'm gone, was. Humans, after I am gone, are animals. And it goes back to the despicable life is too hard argument. If it is too hard to serve the Lord, then you are an animal that wasn't meant to serve him, and you're done. That's all you are. You are no different than the slugs and the snails on a spiritual level. You're an empty vessel, an empty life form, void of the spirit. You have the spirit of this world. That's why Shaolin means show line. The martial artist is the only one who understands where the line is. What is the difference between the worldly energy and the true spirit of the Lord, which reaches out to his sheep, his warriors, to define the divine order. I will explore these things in the next video with the holy water from thirsty children of God argument, the all good, all knowing, all powerful, and the pinnacle of natural ability to see effect, the stolen daughters of warriors effect, the senses because this being will go to the creator in honor effect, right? No matter what, the Pharaoh can do no wrong. Okay, the Pharaoh can do no wrong, and senses is why. He is naturally programmed to only do right. Only through the interference of animals will he stumble. So therefore, I am the blameless one because I am Pharaoh. The top martial artist, obeisance, obe all ask, obey, Ebo, and so on and so forth. I've proven that a million times. So, raw cub ladder effect, the adorable and cute and cool versus good argument. Versus good argument. The language, psychology, and drugs argument, the animal to Pharaoh versus evil with the absence of good to Pharaoh argument, and the despicable life is too hard effect. Too hard for who? Animals. Just by me stating these effects, you should already be able to put together why I'm right definitively. But I will explore them in the next video. If you disagree with this thing, I have broken it down in a way where you can say this component of your argument is lacking. Okay? Then you can bring that up again. Timing, the Pharaoh emerges, senses, right? Who is insisting on the truth all of his life and who was insisting on conformity. You can already remove everyone else on the planet because of their insistence on conformity and not the truth. Even when I was a Christian, right, my argument was Jesus never wrote anything down. Okay, why should we trust the people that crucified him with his narrative? Okay, look at the Ebel's warrior sacrifice for an example of what it truly means to be a Christian. Okay, either praying to God as the second most logical angle to take in an adverse world where they're waging psychological and physical war against you, or fighting them to the death. Look at the Ebos as the true example of carrying your cross or carrying the sword of the Spirit in the Scripture. The Word as writing is not God. The spirit of communicating through nature and not through any human language, which can only be picked up by the insightful, pure Sun Temple, pure masculine spirit having martial artist, is God. You can kind of see what they're kind of saying if you're not a martial artist, but only truly being able to move in that spirit allows for the true understanding of it. Spirit. Thank you.